Christmas morning carried the scent of spice and quiet treachery. The tree shone with golden light in the corner, presents arranged with exact care beneath it, each one placed by my mother's careful hands. Like, comment, and subscribe Huna Stories for more stories. My father stood near the fireplace, wine glass in his grip, wearing the same smile he saved for moments he believed would last forever. "This one matters," he said, eyes bright as he passed my sister a small velvet case. She opened it with slow fingers, a silver key. Mom's voice shook with happiness. "We purchased a house for her, just a modest start for her future." Applause filled the room. I stayed silent. My father faced me, his voice gentle, almost practiced. "You will see it clearly one day." I returned the smile, just enough to conceal the fracture already forming inside, because I already understood far more than they realized. This was not the first time I had been set aside. At 10 years old, I asked why he skipped my school performance. He claimed work kept him away. At 18, he vowed support for university costs until my sister required a new vehicle. At 25, he decided I was too self-reliant for assistance. Now, at 31, watching my sister shed joyful tears, the truth settled in. Affection in our household had always been counted in exchanges, but this time I was no longer the child who accepted silence. 2 weeks prior, I had already known what waited ahead. I had come across the ownership papers by chance, my name crossed out and hers written instead. Dad's signature shone at the foot of the page. The house he once pledged to me, the one I had helped plan, paint, and construct, now carried her name on the title. He made no effort to conceal it. Perhaps he assumed I would never challenge him. That was when the strategy took shape. Nights passed as I studied every detail of his money. Carelessness marked him. Years of pride had masked his certainty. He had placed my name on one of his shell firms. I uncovered the accounts, the hidden earnings, the foreign transfers. He believed I never noticed. He was mistaken. I altered nothing. Like, comment, and subscribe Huna Stories for more stories. I simply arranged the proof with care and exactness. I understood its weight: tax avoidance, real estate deceit, and the moment, ideal. Only the final wrapping remained. When Christmas arrived, I watched my sister embrace him. My mother's eyes shone with approval. They believed this was another flawless holiday scene. Then Dad reached for the final package under the tree. "Mine," he smiled. "At last, a gift for my quiet boy." Inside rested a slim leather file. No bow, no note, only papers. He turned the pages, bewilderment shifting to alarm as each sheet revealed itself. Account records, property lists, counterfeit bills, my name, his signature. His fingers started to tremble. "How did you obtain these?" I sat back, tone steady. "From you, Dad. You always handed me what remained. I simply made use of them at last." The quiet cut deep. Mom went still. My sister's expression faded. He stared at me, seeking pity. "You would not already finished." I gestured toward his phone. "Open your messages." There sat a timed report already delivered to the officials. Date and hour fixed. Everything had begun. His color drained. "This is payback," he murmured. I tipped my head. "No, this is fairness. You raised your fortune under my identity. I simply reclaimed it." He spoke no further. He remained motionless, eyes empty, learning the cost of losing what had never truly belonged to him. Mom attempted words that would not form. My sister's tears were not meant for me. They never had been. The tree lights blinked, catching the silver key still hanging from her fingers. Strange how tiny objects can open whole futures or shatter them. By nightfall, I gathered my belongings. No raised voices, no weeping, only calm completion. Authorities arrived 2 days afterward. Dad stepped down from his firm within 7 days, his holdings locked, his reputation scorched across the news. And me, I held no celebration. Retribution is not delight, it is freedom. I returned to the house once pledged to me. The present owner knew nothing of its past. I remained outside, watching dusk paint its glass gold. For the first time, anger was absent, only equilibrium. Men like my father never anticipate their sons growing sharper than themselves. He instructed me in power, quiet, and endurance.